It really is. Extreme. Alright. Ready? Extreme, one, true. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Extreme.
What's up? Welcome back.
We are on episode 11?
What? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we never did anything for our 10th episode.
True.
I just remembered that. Oh, we should give ourselves a pat on the back for doing this 10 times in a row. And then...
Cheers.
Cheers.
To us.
Cheers to us. Yeah. I'm drinking a Creemore Springs Creemore Light in our honor.
That sounds delicious.
It's the perfect drink to drink after you're getting over a winter cold.
Oh.
But sorry, I've wasted enough time. Welcome to the Extreme, where we play through video game soundtracks. My name is Zach.
My name is Joey.
And
this is our 11th episode.
Yes. Enough
On to our next 10.
Maybe we should just do a thing where we only recognize in pairs of 11. And like every 11th episode, we make a thing of it. Like, welcome to episode 22. Okay, how about we do that?
All right.
Okay, so...
We'll have a factor of 11.
Big 11. But yeah, so I first off want to say I'm very sorry for continually messing up our tagline nearly every episode.
As long as you get the gist.
Yeah.
It's good.
As long as you are not constantly offended by me saying the wrong thing most times, then we have no problem.
I took it personally once.
Okay.
But other than that,
you're good. Is there anything I can do to alleviate that? What can I do here?
Yeah, just don't fuck it up again. All right. Just like, okay.
Okay.
Just like,
I'll work on that.
Please.
Okay.
Just.
All right, I'm making a promise to you here and now that I probably won't even keep for the next episode. But I'll try my damnedest. How's that? I'll promise you that I will try my damnedest.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay. But yes.
Also, if you, say it wrong, that's funny, too.
That's true. Nobody will really understand what we're here doing. I mean, I barely understand what we're doing here, so...
We're just chilling.
That's true. We're chilling and playing Megaman and shooting the shit.
Yeah.
You know, doing what we do. Speaking of which, what did we do last week?
I know.
Do you?
I do.
I keep quizzing you, and you seem to fail these quizzes.
I anticipated the quiz this time.
Oh, yeah? So what did we do?
Zach. Well, first we did flame tag.
I anticipated the fucking quiz, dick. All right, man. Tell me what we did. What did we do?
We did flame tag. Cool.
Nice.
He threw fireballs at us.
He did.
Whatever.
Yeah, he's no big. Took him out with bubbles.
Yeah.
Fucking bubbles!
What? We did the central computer stage. Come on, that's obviously the last stage.
That's true. It is totally the last stage.
We defeated Magna Centipede.
And it is the pilot program for Metal Gear Megaman.
Yeah.
But yes, we did defeat Magna Centipede. Magna Centipede?
Magna, yeah.
Magna Centipede.
Magna.
Yes. And yeah, but then we had a cutscene where the X-Hunters were just like, oh shit, he actually killed them all. What do we do now?
Yeah.
A little freak out. And by that I mean Dr. Kane realized where the X-Hunters are, and they're at the North Pole.
Oh, yeah.
So
that whole thing.
That's where our story leaves off.
Mm-hmm.
So where we are now, we're on we have completely new music, which you just heard as we came in here. New stage select music, which is standard for the X Fair up till now.
Of course.
I was talking to you a little bit about this before. I personally prefer the X version of the Sigma stage select music.
Yeah.
It seemed more imposing. That's a good way to put it.
Okay.
This kind of sounds like we're going to fight like Bob Marley's like wily team of robot masters. And he's
Yeah,
gonna,
it's
like,
more like, yay, you beat the dude.
yeah, it just doesn't seem like. It seems more like, like fucking. They're gonna offer you a spliff or something. Like, welcome to the North Pole. Here's my fat bass riff.
Yeah. They're just dancing.
Yeah, they're actually having a funky reggae dance party with some fat bass.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But the camera actually pans up to the location because apparently we didn't think to look directly north of us to find the base, which seems fairly obvious when you actually see it.
Right.
Like, it's straight up, like, I thought it might be kind of impaired a little bit by the winters of the North Pole, and like maybe it was stuck under ice, so you can't actually see. Nope, there's barely any ice up there.
It's just there.
The North Pole is lacking in actual ice, which leads me to believe this is really in some post-apocalyptic shit where we done fucked up the world, Joe.
Oh yeah, the world is done.
Yeah. Oh my God, we done fucked up real bad. The North Pole consists maybe of 5 or 6 small ice archipelagos is one way to describe it. Or as more normal people would describe it, a bunch of icebergs.
Well, at least there's some ice.
There is, but there's a lot more base than there is ice. So, but before we talk too much about this, should we jump in? We've talked for a very long time.
Yeah, true. Let's get into this first stage here.
Yeah.
See what we get.
Yeah, let's dive straight into X Hunter Stage 1.
All right.
Whoosh.
Welcome back to Extreme.
Yeah, Extreme. Ooh.
We just did the first level.
We did.
Of the X Hunters.
What'd you think?
It was pretty simple, pretty easy.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
Kind of like a maze.
Yes, very much like a maze. Gotta say before, gonna want to call this out at the top. I fucking love this music.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
great.
I really
Great.
I am a big fan of X1's music, but I mean, X2 really does have its moments, and this
Yeah.
is definitely one of them.
Yeah, it's like got everything you want in like an action adventure kind of theme.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like last time, when we talked about Sigma stages last time, I know one of the stages, I think the second one, the music there really jived with me, and I fucking loved it. This is kind of a similar vibe where it's very upbeat, but at the same time, it's like, all right, there's a threat happening, you need to deal with it.
Yeah. And it's gonna be fun.
And it's gonna be fucking fun. But yeah, you're right. We navigate through kind of we navigate through the base here.
Yeah.
And we come across some familiar enemies that we don't really need to call out because they are not worth being called out.
They have been called out before.
They have been called out before. There's no new enemies here. It's kind of like a remix stage where a lot of the enemies from prior stages have just been put into the base.
Yeah, just like a little summary.
Yeah, it's like the programmers kind of went in and were like, well, now we can use the entire palette of enemies instead of just this one.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's put them all in. But you get to a huge spike pit, which is no problem because there is a convenient platform that will just take you all the way across.
Yep.
No big.
Some foreshadowing, maybe.
Maybe. Dun dun. Spikes. But yeah, they're kind of getting wise to you and realizing that spikes actually kill you.
Yeah.
So
Maybe they should put more.
Maybe they should put more.
Maybe
so this
they will.
This is their attempt at checking out how that goes. But as we move through the stage here, we encounter some more wall crusher bots, which is back, making a solid comeback from the intro stage.
Right.
The first one that you encounter is kind of very similar to the first stage, where it's just a straight up jump. There's another one a little further on where it's actually a bit harder because the walls are uneven. So you actually can't easily just mash your jump button all the way up there.
Like air dash or whatever.
Exactly. You air dash across, or if you happen to be really good at timing your oblong jumps, then you can maybe make that. But take a bit of skill. Use the tools you have at hand. If you have an air dash, use it.
Yeah. Why not?
Exactly. Oh, and by the way, I was listening back to some of our episodes, and I realized that when I scratch my beard or take a drink, it comes through really clearly on my microphone.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't heard the beard scratch, but I hear the drinks, which is okay.
Yeah, so I'm kind of keeping you guys abreast of exactly what I'm doing in the moment.
Last episode was even more pronounced because we were using your laptop speakers.
Exactly, when we were talking with Peter, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit more obvious. I was sitting very close to the laptop too. So anything I said was a little more amplified than, say, what you said. You were sitting a bit farther away on the couch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if that annoys people, I'm sorry about that. I don't
think it will.
I just have a tendency to want to have a drink and scratch my beard.
I think it'll just give that impression that you're in the room,
which
is cool.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I've heard... Are you familiar with this concept of ASMR, Joey?
ASMR?
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
Okay. Okay,
don't tell me. No, I'm not familiar with it.
Okay. We'll leave it. I'll explain it another day, because I forgot what that stands for. It's audio something. You know what? I'll come back to it.
Sensory meridian response.
Yeah, did you just look that up?
Yeah.
Okay. Audio meridian. Yeah, so basically it's when you like hear something very loudly in your ears and it kind of gives you that tingling sensation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically that. So maybe this is some people's ASMR, me drinking beer and scratching my beard.
That would be
so if so,
good for everyone.
If so, you are welcome. But moving on here, so we get to we get to another Led Zeppelin reference and have two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there is no time to change the road you're on.
Unless you go back.
Unless you go back.
But like.
But I don't want to retread jokes that I already made, so we're moving on.
Yeah.
So there are two paths, the top path and the bottom path. So for your benefit, I took both paths just to see, because I forgot which one.
Just to see.
Yeah, just to see what was on both. So the top path has about two grabber arms that try to take you down into the bottom path. You can just dash past them. They're pretty slow. Mm-hmm. Just a couple warthogs, I think maybe two. And some chameleon robots, like maybe 3 or so, line the walls. And then you're basically at the end of that path.
Yeah.
But if you take the bottom path, it's a lot more unforgiving.
Yeah. Just like warthogs.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
There's about maybe a dozen warthogs now. Thankfully, there's an extra life down there, which you might need. But then right after the extra life, just like they are goading you into like saying like, oh, well, you'll probably need this. There's a death climb. It's literally a death climb. There's electricity on the sides of the walls, so you can't actually wall jump up them. And
enemies.
There are, on the walls that are not occupied by electricity, there are chameleon robots shooting lasers at you.
Even on like that hover thing, I think.
Even on the hover things, I think the orange totems have them too.
Yeah.
You gotta, and the only way up is to climb the orange totems.
Yeah.
Which is like brutal.
Yeah.
No
it's
wonder
just take the top way.
Yeah, no wonder they wanted to get you on the lower path. They really want you dead. But both paths lead to a final wall crusher, which is the longest one with the most uneven walls.
Yeah.
So I really hope you can move fast, because this is very long and you don't have that much time to make it through.
Yeah.
So get your mega button gear. Did you?
It's fun stuff, though.
Joey, did you get your mega button gear?
Wait. Hold on a sec.
Okay.
All right. It's in gear. Mega butt's in gear.
All right. Get your mega butt.
Just had to adjust my hips.
Now I just had the vision of like the mega buttster.
What?
Like a mega buster, except it's a mega buttster.
Oh.
Oh my god, he just shoots fart cannon.
Oh my god. You could probably find that on the internet.
Oh my god, is there a picture of that? I would love there to be a picture of that. Just Mega Man's arm cannon is a butt, and it just shoots like fart guns.
I just googled Megaman farting.
Yeah? Oh god, I halfway want to know what you found, but halfway don't want to know what you just found. Okay, tell me what you found.
It's just Megaman farting green gas.
Oh, that's a little anticlimactic.
I think there's some sort of context with it from one of the games.
Oh.
But I think it looks stupid.
As most art on the internet is, so.
Of course.
Fan art, that is. There's a lot of beautiful art. Don't want to disparage actual artists. But what we do... So now, I think we touched on the major points of the stage, don't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty much at the boss now.
Yeah. We're at violin.
Yep, again.
Again, for the second time. He can't take a hint.
And he's pretty much the same.
Yeah. No real changes from the last time that we fought him. Aside from the fact that now he can spawn block platforms that both you and him can jump on. Otherwise, he still has the same moves. His crusher balls, his laser fingers, and his jumping. But after we beat him, I decided to take him down with bubbles, because it's fun to kill things with bubbles.
Of course.
I'm just keep imagining like the most innocuous of weaponry taking down hardened villains. Like,
yeah.
Okay, like come on a tangent with me here, Joe.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
How can bubbles take down robots? What is in these bubbles? What do you think's in these bubbles?
Maybe water.
Like, but okay, there's got to be like a ton of water in there, right? Otherwise, how would they float?
Doesn't really make sense.
I mean, like, wait, how could there be? Because there's no water in it because they float upward. They have like helium in there.
I don't know.
Or something, like, because these bubbles
Could
actually
be
go in
some
an
sort
arc
of
upward.
chemical. But if Megaman is not affected by it, why are the bad guys?
I don't
affected by
know.
it?
Maybe there's some kind of acidity to the bubbles that Mega Man's arm cannon has immunity to.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the name's called Bubbles Splash. I thought there'd be like some kind of like adjective that makes it sound a little deadly,
Right.
like, or aggressive in the least. Like bubble and splash are like the two things I associate with fucking like Ernie and Bert in that fucking splish splash I was taking a bath like fucking song from Sesame Street. Like that was the most innocuous thing ever.
Yep.
All right, fair enough. Should we just leave it as robot
like
magic? Or
super chill
acid
things.
bubbles?
What?
Are we okay with acid bubbles?
Acid bubbles or yeah, probably.
Okay.
Or maybe like I don't know.
Okay.
Acid, probably acid
Okay.
bubbles.
Hey, listeners, if you could just write in and let us know about why bubbles
What kind?
take down gigantic robots, I would love to hear.
Please let us know.
And quick mid-episode plug, if you want to email us, our email is it's the extreme, ITSTHEXSTREAM @gmail.com. Please feel free to email us with any questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, or corrections.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah. Do you think I put that in nicely? Did I weave it in well enough?
I think it was in context.
Yeah. Okay. I just didn't want to seem forced.
Yeah.
All right. So eventually we take down Violin. We overloaded his circuits, as he says.
With the bubbles.
With bubbles. And then he blew up. He bloated up. And yeah, Sigma Stage 1, X Hunter Stage 1, done.
Yes.
Not Sigma Stage 1.
Done.
There's no Sigma in this game.
Right?
Yeah, no Sigma whatsoever. Not a recurring villain. But yeah, then I guess now we just move on to Stage 2.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. Let's dive straight into Stage 2. This is the recording song. Ha ha.
Recording song.
Ha ha.
Recording song.
Ha ha.
Recording song. Oh wait, are we actually recording?
I was.
Me too.
Welcome back to the Extreme.
Apparently.
Yeah, because we're totally recording. All right, what's up, guys?
We beat stage 2 already.
We did.
That was more difficult than the first one.
Yes, it was. Oh my god, I'm gonna have nightmares of that stage.
Spikes everywhere.
God, yeah, we may as well have called that stage just spikes everywhere. But let's start from the beginning here.
Yes.
And we're getting this out of the way right now. Yes, they didn't create a new stage music. Yes, they reused the stage 1 music for stage 2.
Yeah,
yes,
with that.
We have no idea why. Because in X1, they did distinct music for each one.
Right.
It seems kind of lazy almost, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I have no idea.
Yeah. Like, I like the music and all, but it just seems a bit lazy that they didn't kind of come up with just one more theme.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe they were crunched for time and they really had to get it out and they just didn't have time to make it.
Could be, but like that's such a random thing to not have done.
Yeah. I would think maybe stage 3, if anything.
Yeah.
But
Well, I guess stage 3 is more important.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, it's the same music.
Yeah.
I like the music still. It's just kind of like, oh, okay, well, I
It's
expected
like a
something
continuation
else.
of the last level.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
seem
guess.
like its own level now.
Right.
At least from a musical perspective.
Right.
Clearly, it is a different stage because we beat a boss, but you know what we mean.
Yeah.
So as we get into the stage here, you dive into some water, and we have more returning enemies that are a little bit water-oriented, a little bit gross-oriented, because they're garbage. But the real high-ticket item for this stage is the spikes, as we said.
Oh yeah.
So pretty quickly into this stage, you realize that there are a ton of spikes. Now, if I may read my notes verbatim, if I may.
If you may. You may.
Okay, thank you. Oh my god, so many spikes. So many spikes. Save me, orange totems. Goddamn flamethrower and spikes? So that basically sums up my feelings on basically
That
the
sounds
middle half of that stage.
Honest. Sounds like an honest reaction to this.
Yeah. That is, in the moment, a pure emotional reaction to what the fuck is happening mid-stage here. Because, holy shit, Joe, there are a ton of spikes.
Yeah. On both sides of walls.
Yes.
On the floor. On the ceiling.
Everywhere. It's like they finally got the hint that spikes kill Megaman, and that they should just put them everywhere. Like, that's a smart move on their part,
Yeah.
but it gives me fucking
Good
nightmares.
job, I guess.
Yeah. Good job
But-
to the level designers, good job to the X-Hunters for realizing that before Sigma did. But,
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus. Tons of spikes. I'm having, like, PTSD because of all the spikes.
I like that you could use your whatchamacallit, your crystal move there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could
And,
use the crystal... Oh my god, what was it called again? Crystal Hunter.
Crystal Hunter.
The Crystal Hunter.
Yeah.
So you use the Crystal Hunter to make new platforms, right?
Right. I think that's a cool aspect
Yeah,
of the game. Getting the enemies to your advantage.
exactly. I mean, like we had mentioned before, there's a big theme in this game that we've kind of touched on from time to time where we said that there's a little more movement tech that's been added into X2 just based off of the weapon types that you get and how they design things. So this is just another point to make in terms of, hey, you can now use enemies as platforms.
Yeah.
So to add to that movement tech that you've been gaining up to this point.
Yeah. It's sick.
It's very
awesome.
cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta give them props.
Yeah.
So props where props are due. So as we very carefully thread the needle through all these spikes, and
very slowly
and carefully and very careful. Did I say carefully?
and really not even caring about the enemies.
Yeah, don't even worry about the enemies. Just worry about the spikes.
Yeah.
Because you can take hits from enemies, you cannot take hits from spikes.
Yeah.
In fact, you might want to take hits from enemies so that you are invincible for the spikes.
Like those flamethrower things, just go right through them.
And just take it and jump. Keep jumping. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But as you make it through there, there's actually a part where before we enter the boss here, there's a little secret alcove that you can get to by breaking down the wall with a spin wheel.
Right.
And I tried to just jump across there. Mm-hmm. It's another very, very hard jump across a very, very long pit of spikes. And you know what's at the end of that pit?
What is it, Zach?
A fucking 1-up. It's like...
I knew it.
It's like...
I knew it was going to be something not worth it. Like, what else could it be?
So not worth it, because you spend like 5 lives getting to the 1 life, because you can't make this jump, because you don't know when the jumping needs to end.
Yeah.
Because the camera
it's good you found out.
God, yes. I mean...
Inform our listeners.
To those of you who are still playing Mega Man X2.
Don't do it, guys. It's not worth it.
I mean, to be fair, Joe, the X2 came out on the Virtual Console again recently for Wii U and... for Wii U, I believe.
Yeah.
So for those of people who have not tried it out and want to play it for the first time, this could be very valuable information.
True.
Also,
very true.
Also, Mega Man X2 is now on the Virtual Console for Wii U at about $7.99 US, I believe.
Oh. Steagall.
Yeah, I was not paid by Nintendo to say that.
Oh,
I just think you should try it out, and it's pretty cheap. Yeah. But yeah, then we make it to the end of the stage. There's a gunner robot, which you don't actually have to fight. You could just kind of sidle past him.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anything, Joe?
Nope. Just that there's lots of spikes. Oh, who said that?
Did we say that? I don't think we rubbed it in. I don't think we said it enough. So you know what? Actually, let's hammer that point home by talking about the boss itself.
True. There are spikes.
So Sergei's the smartest boss.
There's no floor.
There's no
just
floor.
Spikes.
Yeah. You know how every boss has a floor?
Yeah.
This doesn't have a floor.
No floor.
The floor is spikes.
And he has a huge machine. For some reason.
You know how most ceilings are non-lethal?
Yeah.
The ceiling is spikes.
Is it?
The ceiling is spikes. You know how like you have a little more room to maneuver in most stages?
Yeah.
You have no room to maneuver. This is a brutal boss.
Most bosses are just themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This boss has a giant mechanism.
This guy's a giant tank. Just call it what it is. It's tank.
Tank, yeah.
It's a giant tank that takes up the entirety of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the floor is covered in death spikes. I'm not 100% sure about the ceiling being spikes. I don't actually remember.
Maybe next level or something.
Maybe that PTSD is kicking in and I'm just imagining spikes everywhere now.
They would have them on the ceiling though.
Yeah, right. So you were telling me before, Joe, these 4 cannons shoot out a couple different things?
Yeah, I don't know what all of them shoot out, but one of them shoots out like a laser ball, energy ball.
Okay.
Kind of like goes in an arc motion.
Okay.
Whatever. Then another one shoots out a laser, like explosive laser kind of thing.
Okay.
And that just goes in a straight line, so just dodge that.
Yeah, that's not too bad. You just gotta position yourself well.
And you could just destroy the cannons anyway, pretty easily.
Yeah. So you can actually take them out pretty quickly. Or you can actually one-shot them by hitting them with garbage.
Nice.
So the garbage you got from Morph Moth stage, the Silk Shot, you could just throw that at them and take down the cannons very quickly. But then the real fight begins, where all of his cannons are gone. You'd think he would be kind of defenseless at this point, but now he just kind of goes up and down in his vertical tank.
Yeah.
And shoots you with vertical and diagonal energy balls.
Yeah.
And much like a lot of enemies in past X games, or bosses in past X games, you have a very limited spot of where you can actually attack him.
Right.
You can't attack anything but his head. Yeah. Considering the rest of his body is encased in a ship.
The rest of his little body.
Yeah, but I did find a weird little, I don't know if it would call it a glitch, but little
opening,
little, that led me to get up, make some food, get back down, and not be hit for about 5 minutes.
Nice.
So you start off on this fight with 4 floating platforms, and that is your room to maneuver. As you destroy the 4 cannons, he actually takes out 2 of your platforms, so you only have 2 left.
Yeah.
Which go up and down afterwards. They alternate in which one will go up and which one will go down. But if you position X in such a way that his right foot is on the rightmost platform, left foot on the leftmost platform, he will always be picked up when the platform is going up, because he's directly in the middle.
Right.
So what I did was position him in such a way that he would never go fully up and down. He would only go about halfway. So he would go up and then halfway down, back up, and then halfway down, back up. And then I guess his attacks couldn't quite figure out where I was, because the energy balls never really hit me.
Nice.
I just kept it there for a bit. I was trying it out, see what was going on. He did eventually hit me. But, yeah, I was just enjoying it. Just sitting there having a good time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe shooting an X-Buster every now and then.
Yeah, I was trying out different weapons on him, trying to see what actually did some damage. Nothing kind of clearly stuck out at me.
Yeah.
So you can just kind of use whatever. It's easy to use the Silk Shot because it arcs. So if you're ever consistently above him, which I was...
Yeah.
You could just keep using that and arc the shot onto his head.
Nice.
But yeah, then we take down, through a little bit of maneuvering and attrition, we take him down. And he talks about how the prophecy must be fulfilled.
It must.
What prophecy?
I don't know.
Did we miss something in the story about a prophecy?
Did we learn about it at the end, or?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and find out.
Or in the 5th book?
I think it comes out in the 5th part of the 5th book.
Okay.
It's broken down into sub-books. Yeah. It's going for a comic book style, where they have editions.
Nice.
Yeah. It's an interesting business model, but I mean, if it works for them, it works.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we take down our second X-Hunter. Sergis.
It was not easy.
It was not easy, but...
we did it.
Yeah. We took him down. And now we move on to
this next one.
Yep.
It's going to be also difficult.
Yes, not as many unforgiving corridors, but difficult in its own right.
Yeah.
But enough talk. Let's jump into it.
Let's get right into it.
X-Hunter Stage 3.
All right.
Welcome back to the Extreme.
What's up?
Why do we always say welcome back to the Extreme every time we come back from a break?
Sure, it's been the Extreme the whole time.
Maybe we should stop.
Well, welcome back to us talking.
Okay, welcome back to us talking. Let us know if you like that better, or if we
maybe
just say nothing.
like when you're listening to the music, you're like off in another world in your head.
Yeah, so we're violently bringing you back to the world of podcast.
Come back to reality, which is
come with us, Johnny.
This virtual
come
reality.
Back. Do not stay in the virtual realm for too long, for you shall lose your sense of self.
Wisdom. So yeah.
But yeah, so here we are.
We actually have a new song now.
Oh god, thank goodness. I was a little worried. Thought they would just do the same thing over and over.
Yeah. And it's like super demonic.
It does. I think we're at we're in the same spot here. You think it's demonic. I think it sounds a bit industrial.
Yeah. Both.
But I mean, like, industry in itself is a bit demonic.
Kind of true.
Some people call capitalism pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of those guys.
All right.
Yeah. I don't want to dissuade any sponsors from sponsoring our show. But yeah, so I like the new music. It's very cool. It's got heavy, it's like harsh tones to it.
Yeah, like metal.
Yeah. It's like if you slowed down a thrash metal song.
Yep. I see that.
Yeah. But we move through like stage 3. They have some Discus Joes.
Discus Joes, yeah.
And then there's a point pretty close in the beginning where you can try and thread the needle, so to speak, and get some extra items like energy and a 1-up. Apparently, I should not be knitting because I cannot thread the goddamn needle. I cannot.
How did you attempt to do it?
I tried to use the strike chain to make that work. Did not work.
It's weird.
I cannot thread the needle.
How are you supposed to do it?
Because, I mean, it's not as simple as you just standing on a platform and shooting the... Because I can do that.
Yeah, I guess.
You have to jump at a certain time, so you time it as you're coming down, the strike chain is coming out.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong, or there's another weapon that I just neglected to figure out. Another
thing you could email us about.
Yeah, let me know how stupid I am, and that I should have probably used a different weapon to get that.
Yeah.
But yeah. But then we move through here, and oh boy, Joey, there are flying platform puzzles.
Yeah, we got some platforms that we can control.
Mm-hmm. We control them by jumping.
Yeah. So
each jump changes the direction once.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to jump multiple times to get it to where you want it to be.
That's true.
Yep. So through this, you actually get a couple different branching paths. I only went through a couple because there's too many actually branching paths here for me to go through. So there are 2 paths. There's a ladder up that you can take, which I decided to for reasons which will become obvious in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But you get to a flying platform puzzle, another one.
Yeah.
Just remember that each time you jump, you change the direction once. So keep that in mind as you move through here. It's a bit tedious, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And you can always reset the platform just by going back down and climbing back up.
Yeah.
So after you actually make it through this platform puzzle, you get to another branching path, which this one, I actually did for the benefit of you guys. I went and did this one. But I'll talk about the one going up the ladder first. So, Joey, like you'd mentioned, you can use the Crystal Hunter to lure some enemies over, turn them into platforms, and then use that to actually climb up the ladder.
Right.
Which speaks volumes of how you can actually get around in this game.
I know.
A lot of options.
I love it.
Loving it.
Loving it.
Loving it. Like McDonald's, I'm loving it. So you get up the ladder here, and there is a spike navigation puzzle. I don't know how to quite call it. What to quite call it? What do you think I should call it?
A spike maze? No, spike. Way.
Spikeway. The Spikeway. Drive the Spikeway.
Yeah.
So we're taking the Spikeway here, and it's a bit tough to get through here. It's not as well. I mean, it's spikes so it's unforgiving.
Yeah.
But it's not.
How did you do it?
I mean, you just gotta
maneuver.
Be careful what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not too many tips or tricks to it. Just make sure you're being careful and not going too fast. There is a part at the end where you're gonna need the flame charge.
Right. So that's like the hardest part.
Yeah. So you just need to time that jump so that you fall down far enough so that you can make the maneuver so you don't get destroyed by the spikes. Bit of a complex maneuver, but it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it.
You got it. You gotta do this, guys.
You got it. So it's so worth it because once you get past here, if you hug the left wall, you actually make it into a secret room where if you have gotten all the sub tanks, if you have gotten all the hard tanks, if you've gotten all the X upgrades and have full health, you get access to a new secret weapon.
Oh, shit.
Much like in the last X game where you got the Hadouken, you get another Street Fighter themed attack.
Yep.
You get the
Shoryuken.
The Shoryuken. Or the Flaming Punch.
Yeah, it looks pretty awesome too.
Yeah, and you know who knows that more than any of us? Fucking Dr. Light.
He's giddy.
He's giddy with excitement. He's like, you are so cool. And like says, I am not worthy.
I am not worthy. I am not worthy.
He literally fanboys out on you.
And he's like, step inside for a special surprise.
Which...
It's like weird.
Which sounds a bit dirty.
Yeah, is he gonna rape you?
I don't know. I don't really want your special surprise. But, yeah, so you step in there and you get the Shoryuken, which can, much like the Hadouken, can one-hit kill anything.
Yeah.
The only difference being that you have very limited chances to use it now.
True.
Considering we're at X Stage 3, whereas you could get the Hadouken in an actual Maverick stage.
Yeah.
So, we had to... Yeah, you couldn't have taken down Sergei's in violin.
Right.
But you could take down Agile.
Yep.
Did I miss anything in the stage before we talk about Agile?
Well, there's just a couple of like those like flying scorpion caterpillar things that you gotta use your crystal on to get across the spikes. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And then you're at the boss. Yeah,
there's not too much to talk about. I did say I took the other path too. There's really nothing down there. There's spikes. Not as brutal as the spikes in the top path.
No.
And the kamikaze robots that fly at you from Wheelgator stage.
Right.
But that's all I got.
Yeah.
Then we talk about and we fight Agile.
Yeah.
Who has had the most drastic change of all the X-Hunters.
Yeah.
He used to be a very thin sword fighter. He decided to renounce his sword fighting, and become a ceiling. You heard me right. He becomes a ceiling.
He's just there.
He's just floating above the stage as he creates additional ceilings with spikes on them that fall down on you. He can send electricity balls that cling to the walls, and he has huge rocket explosions that just fire out of nowhere and create like a goddamn singularity.
Yeah.
Like,
that's cool.
What kind of bombs does he have? It creates like a mini black hole, dude.
Yeah, like, how does he have that kind of technology?
I don't know. I guess that's the perks of becoming a ceiling. I am looking up at my ceiling right now and wondering if it likes me. Please don't.
Hope so.
Please don't hurt me, ceiling. If you have the capability to do something like that. Like, send some food up your way or something. But like we said, we just got this beautiful new Shoryuken. We should use it out.
Yeah. Luckily, there's a platform.
Yeah, literally, he just makes platforms for you to jump up and kill him. So, unlike the with Hadouken, which just goes in a straight line, this one arcs in a upward, whichever direction you're facing, it arcs upward in that direction.
Yeah.
It's a very wide arc, actually. Like, he flies up.
Pretty wide, yeah. It's, like, fun.
Yeah, it's like taking a roller coaster. Like a flaming roller coaster punch. Wow, that would be a really cool name for that.
Flaming roller coaster punch.
Or would you go to that, like, if there's an amusement park? Would you go on the roller coaster
called
called
the flaming roller coaster punch.
You would? I totally would, too.
Yeah.
Flaming roller coaster punch? I mean, I could see that in the next Six Flags or Canada's Wonderland. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, we should email them, suggest it.
Yeah, we'll let them know. They could take it no charge, as long as they let us go on for free and
that's our only
with no lines. But yeah, we take down Agile, who in the process of exploding screams, "Master, avenge me!"
Yeah.
But
right.
yeah, okay. Who's his master though?
I don't know.
I don't either. Well,
Guess we'll
that's a
have to
mystery
find
for
out.
another day.
Yeah.
Because you know what? We're cutting it here.
Yep. Peace.
Yeah, I know in the last episode the last time we did a Sigma stage, we did all of it. Now we're breaking this one up. Mm-hmm. We've already almost gone for an hour.
Yeah.
So actually we may have gone for over an hour if we put the music in.
True.
So I think it's a good time to stop.
Yeah, we beat all the X-Hunters again, so...
Yeah, we'll have a ton of time. I'd like to have more time than less to discuss the ending that will probably come up. There'll probably be a lot of exposition that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
I want to have a lot of time. I don't want to cram that all in one episode, you know?
Yeah.
So before we head out here, I just want to do our usual plug, our usual administrative stuff. Mm-hmm. So thank you all for listening.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we are very appreciative that you're listening. We don't know how many of you are listening, but if you are, please leave a like in the iTunes. Leave a comment. If you're listening to us on Podbean, give us a download.
Yep.
Subscribe.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, we've gotten to a consistent upload state of uploading every Monday.
Yeah.
So check back every Monday.
Mondays.
Or
check us out.
Depending on the time of day, it might be Tuesday morning that it comes out.
Monday night.
It'll probably come up either Monday day or Monday night because we both work.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not out Monday night, it'll be up Tuesday morning. So
True.
Just for your benefit, in case you're checking out our schedules, that's when it'll be. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I know I said this halfway in, comments or criticisms, you can email us. We have an email now. We have a Gmail.
Yeah.
It is, it's the Xstream, so ITSTHEXSTREAM @gmail.com.
That's right. It's the Extreme.
Yeah, so feel free to email us whatever. If you have comments, questions, concerns, criticisms, or you just want to say hi.
Yeah.
If we get enough of these, maybe we'll, talk about your mail on the podcast. Or actually, you know what? If we get one email right now, screw it. I'll read it. I'll read it on the podcast.
We'll read it out loud if you want us to.
Even if it's something dumb or you want to talk about how much you hate us. I'll still do it. Fair warning, we might make fun of you, but we will read it. But it's all in good fun.
Yeah, you can make fun of us too.
Yeah. So thank you again for listening, guys. Joey, do you have anything you want to talk about?
No, just be excited because next week it's going to be lots of fun.
Yeah. Next week we may have a surprise in store for you, but what we definitely have in store for you is the last bits of Megaman X2.
Yeah. And if you haven't played it before, be sure to tune in. If you have played it before,
Yeah.
also tune in.
If
'Cause
you
it's
don't
just the
want
best.
spoilers, but you do want to hear stupid people talk, then just skip to the parts where we talk. Might be a bit hard, but I believe in you. Other than that, I think we've been rambling on for a bit long.
Yeah, I think should cut it around here.
So we wanted to thank you all again for listening, and we'll fade out to the wonderful sounds of the password screen as we normally do.
All right, don't forget to write it
Do
down.
not forget to write it down. We will see you guys later.
Peace.
Love you.